Planet Zoo has been rated E10 Plus by the MSRB for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for all persons ages 10 and over. This video is brought to you in part by The Night Sheriff by Phil Foglio. Bartholomew Xenon Land is protected by the Night Sheriff. Day and night, he's burdened by a witch's curse to be aware of all that live and play within the massive fantasy theme park. Now an attack on the park by a monster hunter who knows far too much threatens everything: the guests, the staff, and the supernaturals who take refuge in the park. The Night Sheriff must scramble to uncover not only the source of the threat, but the secrets of the park of which even he was not aware. If he doesn't, he may be doomed. The park may be doomed. And even the world may be doomed. And that's a lot of doom. Go to Amazon.com for your copy today. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Rainbow Valley Zoo. Hope you're doing okay today. My name's Jack. I'm doing pretty good myself. If this is your first time here on my channel, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, welcome back. Either way, thanks for watching my content. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who are unfamiliar, and I found out that there are people who will occasionally just watch videos about games they're not familiar with. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Planet Zoo, it is a management game and building simulator where basically you build the zoo of your dreams. Where is that freaking line? Hold on. Has to be further out. The border of the zoo is out here somewhere. Anyway, what we're doing today is we're going to be building a habitat for the Nyala. Nyala are an African species of antelope, and they're found in grassland areas, but even more interesting, not only are they found in the grassland with the other antelope, they're also found in jungles. They live on the edges of the deep jungle, in the grassy areas. And I thought that they'd make an interesting addition to this zoo. I mean, this desert zoo. Let's see what the research has got us this time. Let's see. Toy enrichment, food enrichment, breeding research. And this is what we're working on now. Toy enrichment. Let's see if the while I'm talking. Okay, it does not look like the sable antelope getting you new toys yet. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Nyala. They are an endangered species. They live on the edges of the grassland and the jungles, and they're pretty fascinating animals. I mean, as far as antelope go, because they're basically deer, and you know they make pretty good additions to combined habitats, whether you are combining them with something like an okapi, or if you're adding them to your usual savanna habitat, because you can do either. But they're great utility infielder animals, which is one of the reasons why I'm adding them. You know, they're midpoint animals. They're animals you add after you've got the basics down. Okay, let's get this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sync the habitat a little, but unfortunately it keeps. Well, you're watching it. You know, I mean, I use the depression tool to go down a little further, and then I hit flatten the foundation and immediately raises up some. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Now, I'm not making this very deep, but I did want to be able to put in at least a little bit of water. So that's what we're doing right here. it gives the animals something to swim in. It gives the animals something to cool off in, and these animals are in fact jungle animals. So giving them something that's similar to their home habitat is a good thing. We are going to use these fences again. These, unified. It's what do I say? I always say it. Unified look, unified theme makes the zoo look real. For all that you might want to make it, a lot of random habitats, giving it all one unified theme makes the zoo just look better, in my opinion. Not that you have to make the zoo you want. I'm just saying, I'm just giving my opinions. All right. Right there works for me. Okay, we are going to pull this back just a touch. Do one more. And then I think we will adjust the barriers to match the wall here. And of course, we're using the null barrier, which lets you basically use building pieces as walls. It's also always a useful trick. There we go. That's good enough. All right. Alright, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go after some rocks. Now I have a lot of really useful pre-made templates for rock walls. And what I want to find, taiga, temperate, tropical. Here we go. That is a long ass rock wall, but I don't need all of it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do like that. Alright. We'll move this in just a touch like there. Okay, let's see about the barriers. That looks good. Okay. So now that we know that the barrier is just going to end there, let's do some surgery on this rock wall, shall we? Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's go back to barriers. Bring that out to about there. And then we're going to have to bring that out a touch too, just to make sure that the antelope are walking through it. Alright, let's copy this again, and then we're going to go the opposite direction. Like so. Now, once I get these initial barriers up, I'm going to be turning you over to the time lapse, but I wanted to tell you, talk to you about what's going on here, what we're going to do. Sorry about that, I just bumped my mic. What I'm going to do is, despite the fact that we're in a desert setting, that this zoo is in a desert setting, what we're going to do is we're going to make this this habitat a bit of a tropical paradise. It's going to have plants, it's going to have water. I'm actually thinking about building a waterfall, for crying out loud. It's definitely not going to be what you would expect from a desert setting. And I think it's going to work out just fine. So let me get these last couple of pieces in place, and then we will go to the time lapse so you can watch the speed build part. Alright, there we go. Now, like I said, I'm going to turn you over to the time lapse. Enjoy. I will be back in a couple of minutes. And here we go with the completed habitat. It's fairly basic, to be honest. The truth is that once you have your first antelope species in your zoo, it is dead easy to make the rest of them, and especially because most antelope don't require a lot of room. I mean, the Nile lechwe is unusual in that it requires as much room as it does. Most of the other ones you can basically fit in your pocket. With the Nyala, you know, like I said, I wanted to make it lots of green, so I've got lots of plants, I've got tropical rocks. Their shelter is basically a big canopy, which I think looks amazing, especially from out here from the guest point of view. I think this is a great looking habitat. I think for all that it was easy and it was a quick build, it also looks great. You know, let me know. Let me know what you think. Was there something that I should have done that I didn't? Was there something that I did that you think I shouldn't? Anyway, let me know what you think. If you liked what you saw here, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you've already liked 2 or 3 of my other videos. Now, I'm going to let you end with a little bit of a cinematic with these animals. Enjoy the view, enjoy the show, and I will see you in the very next video.